Hey, everybody. Welcome. A lot of people in chat, which is awesome. I thought I had everything ready. Just getting one more thing. We should be all right. Okay, there we go. So it is Sunday. It is June 16th. It is 8 o'clock. That means it's time for Sidetrack Sunday. Sidetrack Sunday is a show that me and three other guys, I don't know, some other guys and a lady, we put on a show here on YouTube at 8 o'clock every Sunday. We hang out, we do some modeling. We do some of us do some dioramas. Some of us just sit and talk trains. So a little bit of everything throughout the 4 channels. I am going to throw up those channels in chat now. So definitely check them out. Click on their links, subscribe to them. And yeah, welcome every Sunday at 8 o'clock. A lot of people in chat. I'm a little surprised because today is Father's Day. So I thought everyone would be hanging out with their dads. Looks like we had 12 people here. Actually, it's kind of expected. I figured everybody's doing some family things. Just in case you didn't know, over there, I am Rick Bailey, and this is the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad channel. And again, we are hanging out here for Sidetrack Sunday. What do we go? Oh, in case you were wondering, I think if I can get to the top. No, you guys talked too much and the thing went by. Lynn McCurdy was the very first one here today. He got the cookie. His comment was something like roof, who let the dogs out, which was really, really cool. Schuylkill River John came in second, saying hello to Lynn. But I see everybody's still doing their hellos. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to hopefully finish up Joey Buczek's flat structure, or flex structure is what he calls it. We're going to put on a roof. We're going to talk a little bit about signs, and I don't know, I might do some weathering. If not, we'll see how far we get. If I still have some time left, maybe I'll tackle that other building that I've been working on that you've seen my random live shows too. But we'll see how the night goes. But for now, let's go ahead and get the lady of the hour up here. Let's say hello to Rita. Yeah. All right. You know, I really should set this so that it automatically throws me over to Sidecam when that's done. This way I don't have to do that. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense at all, because what we're going to do now is roll into the participants list, and let's check out who's all here. All right, here's our list. It's still populating. Everyone is still saying hello. So keep it up. If you don't see your name on this list, it's because you're lurking in the background and you have not said anything in chat. So at least say hi. Let everyone know you're here, so that we can all say hello and I can mention you in chat. Just want to give a real quick shout out. You're going to notice over on my left, your right. Yeah, that way. Both ways. That way, my shirt, your chat. You're going to notice there's some guys over there that are in the purple color or blue color, and they've got wrenches next to their names. These guys are my moderators for the channel. They are here to keep you guys straight in chat and me in line, which doesn't really happen often. But I just want to say a quick thank you to you guys for helping out and always being there for me on the channel. There's Raybo Bell coming in at the last minute. All right, let's run through the list real quick in alphabetical order. We've got Dundas Junction Model Railroad. That's James over there. Of course, I am here because I am your host. Ed from Happy Valley Hobbies is in the house. Joe Rader from the Black Rock Central is here. Dwight Curley is in the house. Kyle Stevens is here. PKNW Model Works is also here. Raybo Bell, as I said, just jumped in the door. Ron Moen is here. Schuylkill River Valley, that would be John or J2. Sparky is here. Steve 87th PSAP is also in the house. Welcome, Steve. Tom Grassi is here. And always bringing up the last of the list, but first in our hearts, Steven from the Wig Wag Workshop, or as I know him, 3Dub. Let's just scroll back up here and see if there's anybody that I missed. I thought I saw it jump. Yep, there's Dave from DB Tech, just jumped in the house. Welcome, Dave. Dave's got his wrench now on the channel. Forgot to add that earlier, but got him over the weekend, so that was cool. All right, so let's jump over to the side cam here, and we'll try and get some modeling done. I don't know how much of this we're going to get done. Bunch of people still hanging out in chat, saying hello. There was one, I can't remember who said it. There was I know I saw Sparky asking John for a hug. That was cute. It was so cute. Yeah, there you go. Curly saying hi to Rita. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. Happy Father's Day is coming up in chat a lot. Again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. That one special day where your kids actually want to spend time with you. Just kidding. Just kidding. There you go. Kyle saying happy Father's Day. All right. So if you guys remember my Sidetrack Sunday, I've been trying to get through this build here of Joey Buczek's from Late Night Hobbies. This is his single story flex structure. It's supposed to look like that. And I got pretty close to it, I think. So let's jump down here to the workbench. I'll show you what I've been working on and show you just another technique that I've never done on a live before. So this is going to be something new for us. So let's jump down here and see what's going on. Nisi J is here. Hey, just popped in to say a quick howdy to everyone. Well, howdy to you, dear. All right, so we're going to try something new, and I'm pretty sure you can already see it on the layout, but here is the building where we left off last week. I think the only thing that I did to the building was I got that interior structure put in. So there is another set of, you could probably see it from the bottom. There's another set of walls in there, and there's this roof part that is there. So that gets glued together and glued on the inside, and then this back gets put on. I did paint the interior black, so when you look through the windows, you don't really see much. It's all black. Not sure. I still have the ability that if I wanted to, I could put a backdrop in there of some sort, maybe like a mechanic shop or something, some sort of picture to make it look like there's something in there. Of course, there's always the option to drop a light in there somehow and have it lit, the building lit up as well. But as you can see, it's a very small structure. It's going to be right on, like a flat structure on the back of a wall, back of a layout, and it will hang out back there. Oh, somebody's copying our friend. Scott Johnson, hello. All right, so normally, what I would do at this point on one of these buildings. Oh, check that out. The Williman house is back on the market. Apparently, there are some really good pictures of it. All right, we will have to check that out. Ray, do you happen to know what I'm just curious, what is the asking price there? Go, Ricker. Thank you, buddy. Happy Dad's Day. Yeah, I'll definitely check out those pictures because I love that house. All right, so at this point, when I would normally do a roof, I would go with my tried and true tar paper roof done with construction paper. Joey does give you a piece of cardboard that you would use to cover that up because if you notice, you could see those spots there where that interior wall kind of like meshes together there, the finger joints. So you could just paint that black, I guess, if you wanted to, if you were going that route. Um, but you also have this that you can use to cover that up. So what I would normally do is the tar paper roof, which I've already got done here. I used a different material this time. It was something that came in another kit and the paper is really really dark. Um, so it's like it's the blackest paper that I've ever seen or used. I got a little extra glue on there, so it looks kind of crappy, but this is how I would normally do a tar paper roof, and then you would just glue that right in there. And look, our building's done. Hey, thanks guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go. No, we can't just make it that easy, can we? No. So you have that option. You can do that. Like I said, you could also just paint that black. But we're going to try something different. As you can see, I've got what looks like some ballast over here, and that is exactly what it is. I got this stuff here. This is a fine cinder. It's all black cinder. You would use this for like an N scale model. Um, I also have here fine ballast, again, that you would use for N scale. It is that small. And this is like a gray and a white. And I took both of these and I put them in a cup and I kind of mixed a little bit of the white in there. You can mix up as much as you want to the color of your liking, but I kind of liked that. And you guys probably have an idea of what we're going to do at this point. I don't come here for a short 12 minutes show. Keep working, Rick. Thanks, buddy. Um, yeah, I'm lucky if I last 12 minutes, but take that how you want it. What I've got here is just some I believe it's Elmer's glue, PVA glue, that I've watered down. I've been using this bottle was full at one point. It's now down to the very end. I was using that for years on my model railroad. So I just put some here on the layout and I want to try and get this spread out and in the corners quickly because I don't want this to seep into the wood too much. I don't want it to bubble out anything or warp any of the wood, but I do want to try and get this covered. Of course, as always, what did I do? I used way too much glue, but it's okay because I want to see if it'll seep into some of those cinders and actually make it stick. So just trying to get this to coat evenly. I was never good at drywall mudding, so this is the best I can do. It seems like every pass I make, I move stuff from where I shouldn't. All right, so played with that enough. Let's move on. So I'm just going to take the cinders here, and we're just going to sprinkle them on. And it looks like the cinders are actually sinking to the bottom of the glue, which is actually a good thing because then that means I don't have to come back again with another sprinkling of glue because it's just soaking right in there. Gotta turn this around and get the other side of the building. Now, normally, if you were doing this with like, this would be the same technique that you're doing with like static grass. And Ken Amos in the house. Good to see you, buddy. So if you weren't shocking yourself like Dwight Curley does, um, you would just do this with your grass and same kind of thing, and then you could come by and squirt it more with a more glue or an alcohol water mixture. Now I could tell this didn't all sink in, so it's kind of floating on the top there. I'm going to give this a couple minutes just to kind of set, let it sink, and then I'm going to dump it out and get the excess off of it. I probably should have done this last because now I can't show you the signs or put the signs on because I can't tip it forward. So let's do this then. So the signs on the building. Joey was nice enough to give you two. Hang on a second. Let me just clean this up a bit. Now I got dust all over my board here. Got my handy dandy little sweeper. Awesome. That makes quick work of a mess. All right. So Joey was nice enough to give us in the kit two backgrounds. Rita would more than likely agree. Rita is busy. Rita would say yes, and I would say, I'm done. So Rita is looking for a Minute Man. I don't know that she's looking for one. Might have been better to have that roof painted black or darker first. Yeah, probably, but I'm hoping that I soaked it well enough that that it just covers the whole thing. But we'll see in a few minutes. I'll knock off the excess and we'll go. Anyone that's using their phone can always zoom in to see what he's doing. Oh, I apologize. I should have zoomed it in. I'm sorry. I am sorry. No one really cares what he's doing, Dwight. Wow. Thank you, buddy. Well, I'm glad y'all showed up. 21 people, just to see me put on some ballast on the roof, right? And this is better than gluing on your pieces of black sandpaper because not saying it's better. It's just an alternative way. If the tar paper roof is just one roof, some in the older, 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you see a lot of the gravel roofs. They're doing away with them now because they're just so heavy on the roof. But that's something that you would have seen back then. Not saying it's better, just an alternative. Whole lot easier than just to get the sandpaper and paint it. Yeah, I can agree to that. Sandpaper, yeah, would be an easier option. Sure. Boom. Rita's in the green room waiting. Yeah, probably. All right. So Joey gave you two pieces of just plain pieces of wood that were, I guess like extra space or whatever on the sprue here. And he's actually got them labeled sign and sign. So you know what they're for. You guys can't see that, but it does say sign on there. It's not going to focus. There it is. Sign. So these two are to be used. The larger one here would go right on the front of the building up here above the door. And then the smaller one you could probably use on the side. It doesn't really fit anywhere else. Although I guess you could use the smaller one above the door if that's what you wanted to do. That's fine. If you do remember, Joey also gave you two different doors. You could use the solid door, or you could use the white door like I have here that's got the three little window cutouts. I chose to use that, obviously, so I have this extra piece. So what am I going to do with that? Well, I went on the internet and I printed out some signs, and I just did these two small signs. Of course, you can't really read them. The yellow one says caution loading dock, and that is going to go right above the loading dock door, right up around here, kind of, sort of. And the other one here that you really can't read, and it's not going to focus to tell you so, but I believe it says no parking, shipping and receiving only. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out these signs and just kind of glue them. This one I was actually going to put on the garage door, and this one was going to go above the garage door. I haven't found a name or a business for this particular building yet, so I haven't created its named sign. Now, this is hardwood. This piece, I believe, is hardwood. So I'm not really sure how well this is going to cut. I haven't had to try to cut this yet. But we're going to try. I think I made it through in a couple passes. We'll see in a moment. But the good thing about putting these signs on something other than just applying them to the building directly, it allows them to stand out a little bit. All right. I think I got enough where I can just crack this out. There we go. There we go. So there's one sign. I didn't do too well. Just have to sand off a corner here. There we go. So it gives the sign a little bit extra thickness than just pasting it onto the building. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue on here. And I'm going to try, without tipping this over, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try. Drop that right there on the door. Try and get it as centered as possible. And there it is. Unfortunately, I didn't cut it too well, and you can still see the outline of the wood, but it is what it is. There's your sign. Johnson's Kit Show. Yeah. So I'm just going to quickly try and cut this other one out. There we go. That'll be our second sign. A little bit of glue. There you go. That's what that'll look like right there. So not bad. Grandpa Rails, hey, good to see you, buddy. So there's that. Let me go ahead and let's see how much of this ballast we're actually going to lose. So hang on to these extra pieces because you can always use this for, more signs. Depending on the sign of the building that I find that I want to put on there, I might be able to use this instead of being restricted to just using these two. So never throw away your extra pieces. Again, you can always use those the pieces that you get from your other wood kits, or even the plastic styrene. You can use those to just bring the sign out from the building. So hang on to these because these are good for those, for that purpose. So never throw away your scraps. Here's another one. This is the square piece that actually came out of where the garage door was. So that could be used as a sign too, and that's got some thickness to it. So you're having to name the business game. Hey, we could do that. We could surely do that. I'm not sure how I would set that up, but wow, 2 million. Wow. What was it when we were looking at it originally? I can't remember. Is that higher or lower? 2 million. Jeez. That is a beautiful house. Hey, Santa Fe Bob popped in. Good to see you, Bob. You're never late as long as you're here. Good to see you, bud. All right, so let me tip this over, see how much ballast we're going to lose here. All right, not much at all. Some, but not much. The roof is still covered. There's not many. There's a little spot down here where I could possibly put some more glue on, but yeah, I would say that's pretty cool. I actually really, really like that. So it kind of looks like there's confetti in there, but really those are little white specks of ballast. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's nice and easy. It's certainly faster than doing the tar paper roof. Certainly not faster than just painting sandpaper, but at least if you do it this way, you can make the sandpaper look like however you want. I mean, when you buy sandpaper, you're I mean, you could paint the sandpaper, but it's really just going to be painted sandpaper. This you can actually make the gravel whatever you want by just painting the gravel or buying it and mixing the gravel to your liking. So I'm not saying one way is better than the other. They have their advantages. Tar paper roof looks like a tar paper roof. Gravel roof looks like a gravel roof. Sandpaper is an alternative to doing gravel. It all depends on how much time you want to put into it, how much realism you want to put into it, how much easier you feel the job is. Everybody's their own modeler. I'm going to throw this back in here, just like that. And then I got to figure out how to, got to get myself one of my jars, put that in a jar. I will probably knock that over at some point. So, hey, Randall Ellison just popped in. Welcome, Randall. And for those of you who missed the intro to the show, happy Father's Day to everyone. The white mixed with the black looks good. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. What's a checkbook? I got a fake US quarter. I saw the other day, I was in a diner with the kids, and you know how they have that little tray of pennies or the tray of change. So my son was playing with the change, and he saw a red quarter, and I had to explain to him what the red quarter was. For those of you that may not know, back years ago when there were arcades, actual places where you could go to play games, if you ever got a red quarter from, or if you ever played a game and your quarter got stuck or the machine got jammed, most likely what would happen is you would get a red quarter from the vendor or the person who was operating the venue. The red quarter was to signify a free game, or the operators would use those quarters as test coins to make sure that those games were working. So they would do maintenance on the machine, and then they would pop those quarters in to make sure that the machine was running, so that when you looked in the bin and you saw these quarters, you knew that it was being maintained. And it also told the vendor of the machine if the machine was being leased or not owned by the property. They knew exactly how many quarters to vend back to the owner of the building or the operator of the building, because they were using those as test coins. So if you didn't know that, there's a little tidbit for you. I saw Deep Run Mike pop in for a moment there. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Greg Cassidy popped in also. Nice to see you, Greg. Greg, you just missed it. I did a little ballast on top of a roof to try and do like a gravel roof there. I was using some N-scale black fine ballast, and I mixed in a little bit of Woodland Scenics fine ballast, and came up with this little mixture here, and then just used some regular Elmer's PVA glue, and made like a little gravel roof there. Put a couple signs on the building here and there. I will probably add the name of the building on here at some point. I just haven't come up with the name yet. And then, of course, there's these cinder block sides where you can do something over there, add some graffiti or something of those sorts. You could always come in the back of this building here and add some signs in the window. I was also thinking about putting maybe on the door, on the window, some sort of sign with like the business hours. So yeah, all options that you can do. Not really anything that I'm prepared to do at this point. I probably should have gotten that already beforehand, but I didn't. But I think, aside from putting the business sign on there, which I'll probably show you guys later, I'm going to call that building done and leave it at that. Let me get some of this stuff cleaned up here. Thanks for fearlessly live demoing, Rick. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm not one that's really quickly embarrassed. So if I screw it up, I don't really care much. Again, you learn by your mistakes. So if I can make the mistake here, what is the point of hiding it in a video edit so that you guys can then go and make the mistake again? That's only wasting my time in editing and your time in material. Did you know Canopy glue works for gluing signs in windows? It's invisible when dry. Yes, I did know that. I can't find it right now. I also use this stuff, which is comparable to Canopy glue. It's made by Testers. Come on, focus there. Clear Parts Cements and Window Making. This is what I use to do my glazing on windows. So you'll notice here, this is the other building that I've been working on lately, and that's how I make the window glazing. So that is not acetate in there. I literally just took the Canopy glue and filled in those portions and made the windows. I took a couple of those windows and I purposely didn't fill them in. Come on, focus. I hate this camera. Hang on a second. Overhead properties. Figure that off. Whoop. There you go. So I purposely didn't fill in some of those windows just to make them look like they're not there. They're broken. That one there actually glued like half the window. So it almost looks like it's broken, which is pretty cool. I think I chipped the paint a little bit with the glue, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to leave it as is and see how it goes. Just because of you, I got mined out and used it on my caboose. There you go. There you go. Wonder if it's like gallery glass. Yeah, I don't know, but we just actually talked about gallery glass the other day when I was working on this very building. Um, I enjoyed your end still. Yes. Yeah, I saw that video too. I thought it was awesome. Um, but yeah, we were talking about gallery glass, and I was reminiscing because my mom used to use the gallery glass a lot when she was doing crafts. Um, so yeah, the gallery glass I would imagine is probably very similar. Very similar. The other day, I'm going to skip over and just start working on this building here and see if I can get this together because I got finished the other one, so I got nothing else to do for the next 25 minutes. The other day, I was working on this building. We got the windows put in. If you guys aren't familiar with this building, I was doing a couple pop-up live shows, and now I can't find the paperwork with the picture on it. Here it is, I think. Yes, this building here is by Foscale Models. It's their yard office. That's what the back looks like there. It's a real quick kit. I spent a couple hours on. I think I did maybe 2 or 3 live shows. I can't remember, 2 or 3. And I've gotten this far where I'm ready to glue it all together. So it's taken me, 6 hours to get this far. So yeah, let's crack on. I don't know what I did with the roof. I'm looking for it now. I'll have to find that in a little bit. It was 2 square pieces. Did I make the roof? Oh, I did part of the roof. Yeah, I did part of the roof. Yeah. All right. So, I did both roofs. There they go. All right. So the roofs are done. Just got to cut them. Okay. See how easily things get lost? All right. So, yeah, I'm just going to glue this together and we'll put a rubber band around it and we'll see what the structure looks like and we'll go from there. Um, Lynn McCurdy's back in. Welcome, Lynn. Thomas Grassi still here. Yeah. Yeah, he says he is. Late but made it. You were here earlier, Lynn. You got the cookie. You were the first one in. Thomas, can you email him the file for coupler boxes? He lost it. So make sure that you email when you get a chance. I'm pretty sure, he's saying it with love. Pretty please and thank yous and all that. Grandpa coming in with some numbers. Thank you, Grandpa. All right. Let's see. Put some glue here. And I believe this is that back wall. Now I want to make sure this back wall, although it looks kind of plain, you'll notice these boxes here are what these pop into. So you want to make sure that these are at your bottom and not at your top. If you invert that, you're going to be screwed a little bit. Also, you want to follow the way the board is and make sure that you're not putting your board on upside down because that would be catastrophic. So this is the front. And I only know that because I just tried to put the back on there and it didn't reach the top. So I almost made a huge mistake. All right. So that just fits right inside there. And just for a moment, I'm going to get my 1, 2, 3 block and I'm going to set that just right there. And we're going to put that off to the side for a moment, making sure that the top is square and the side is pushed in. I'm going to leave that for a moment. I'll come over here and I'll do the back wall and we'll make like a big L shape. Waving from the Peabody Hotel just dropped almost $100 for dinner. Hey, around here, that's not a bad dinner. $100 on dinners is cheap these days, if you ask me, especially with 3 kids. But I'm pretty sure it was just you and your wife. So All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip this that way. Use the other side and just hold that for a minute. Again, make sure it's square from top to bottom. That meets. Excuse me. Get a quick drink. Ooh. Yep. Not around here. $100 on food. Hopefully there's plenty of leftovers. So that was for a PB&G sandwich. I think it's supposed to say PB&J, but never know. Maybe we got some new fancy dancy G sandwich. If you're lucky. In California, $100 is dinner at McDonald's. Yeah, I can imagine. All right. Well, I'm going to give this just another minute or two. While that's gluing, what things did you guys do for Father's Day, if I might ask? I'd love to hear some stories of how people spent their time with their family today. So pop up in chat any stories that you want to share. You don't have to share, of course. Privacy is everything. This is nothing. Rick and all in chat. Getting up at 3 a.m. Wow, to catch the shuttle at 4 and flight at 6:30. Well, get some sleep, bud. I took a 2-hour nap, as did I. Visited with my brother and his family. That's awesome. Awesome. I unfortunately, I did absolutely nothing. I did too. Wow, a lot of people did nothing. My son came by yesterday and cleaned the basement in preparation for a layout tour. That is cool. I put another module section up legs today. That is great. Working on boat upholstery with my wife. That is cool. Did absolutely nothing. Wow. Took a tour of Memphis. There you go. I did my stream and then my nap. There you go. So I got up this morning. The kids woke me up this morning. I got a little bit of breakfast, some homemade pancakes and coffee, which is not a bad thing. Sat on my rear deck most of the day. There you go. After breakfast, the kids gave me a couple gifts that I opened up, which were really, really, really cool. And then we played a couple games around the house. And then my wife wanted to go down and see her dad and her brother and spend time with them on Father's Day. The kids were supposed to stay with me, and they decided they wanted to go play with their cousins, which was absolutely fine with me. So they went down and left me at home for a few hours in nice and peace and quiet. So I can't beat a nice and quiet Father's Day. Spent the morning at the hospital. I thought I had the showstopper flu or worse. Oh, turned out it was bad allergies. Zyrtec and some Flonase and feeling much better. Well, that's good to hear, Dave. Good to hear. 20-mile bike ride, unpacked boxes, followed by too much food. Well, that sounds amazing. Did an early morning video. All right. Can't wait to see that. Went grocery shopping. That sucked. Well, usually does. I don't go grocery shopping unless the wife gives me a list. My daughters remembered Father's Day and both came by with significant others and enjoy. We went swimming and we did a cookout. Great day. The two boys remembered in a week or two, maybe. All right, so we let this sit for a few minutes. We don't want to let it sit too long because then the glue will probably wind up drying to the sides. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of glue inside here. And then some over here. And then let's squish these together. And then we're going to get a rubber band. Do this a third time. All right, let's see if I can get this on. Without breaking the bank or the building. There we go. All right, make sure everything is square. And I like to just move these ribbons around. I don't want to move it too much because it's not completely stable yet. It's coming out of square. There we go. We'll at least get one side square. All right, so there's that. I could try and put this thing together. And then I probably shouldn't. I probably should wait to do this all in one. Because if I get this together and it not be square, I'm going to have to try and spread that apart or push it together to get that inside those holes. So I'm going to wait on that to do that. Just slide this out of the way. I did go ahead, as I mentioned before, I went ahead and I did do the tar paper roof for both the large roof and the small roof. So while I'm here, I'm going to just cut these square. Just catch up on chat here. I did a 2-hour live stream today running trains, but I forgot to hit go live. Oh, but it was fun. Yeah, I was going to say I didn't get a notification for that. My son did remember to call me today, so that was good. Hey, there we go. So Lynn is making his way to the 500 mark. He's going to give away a train engine. Yep. Yeah, I think I have. Hey, Tammy stopped in. Nice to see you, Tammy. Mom and son train rail fans here. What worked? Have you tried the trick with the metal plate and magnets to hold things? I haven't. I don't have them. I've wanted to try them, but I don't have them. I'm not most of these little wood buildings that I do are really, really small, so I haven't tried them. I don't know if they would fit in some of the buildings, but a lot of the bigger like DPM kits and the plastics ones that I do, they would be perfect for. So I will eventually get them. I just haven't gotten them yet. Here you go. Greg says he's got them. Haven't used it much lately, but they can work. Yeah, I guess if you so the 1, 2, 3 blocks that I have are metal. Most of them are. You could just use that with a magnet on the outside. There's Tammy and Ray wishing everyone a happy Father's Day. I did that for the elevated terminal section. I'm building to get. There you go. It works great. Dan's model railroading journey. Good to see you. Oh, I just scrolled down and realized I'm missing a whole bunch of chat. I am way behind. Lynn, have you seen Elvis yet? I have the corner magnets. They work awesome. Just have to make sure that the parts fit tightly together. There you go. So now you guys are making me want to get the magnets. I'm wondering if I could just make them with some magnets off of Amazon or something. There goes Grandpa Rails with some new numbers. Thank you, sir. All right, let me get this cut up here. I lost my knife again. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. So I've got a clean edge here with the roof. So I'm just following that rather than using my my ruler. That seems to work well. There you go. And now you can see why it doesn't make a difference whether you start left or right, because you could put the roof on that way, you could put the roof on that way. Just make sure that you put it on the right way. Do you need to weather this up? Again, loving the different colors that this construction paper has given me. There's some light colors. It comes out a little gray rather than black. I do also like to go back and use my Sharpie. Sure this thing writes. There we go. I like to use a fine tip Sharpie and come back on some of these and just put some lines and right where the paper is, just to make it look like some glue or something oozed out. You can also do it on any piece that you may have done that was vertical. I like to do those because you usually always see it on those. You could also use this as a part of weathering and make like a little puddle coming out or some seeping water. That works too. Looks kind of like that. For you, it's really, really like it jumps out on you guys. Like you see those lines. I'm looking at the screen and going, wow, that really stands out. But looking at it in person, you for some reason you can barely see it. I don't know if it's the light or the way the camera is capturing it. For you guys, it looks like a jigsaw puzzle. For me, not so much. It looks like paper with some highlighted shadows. So very, very different way of looking at it. Here is the little roof. Now for the little roof, I'm going to do the two sides here. But I think what I'm going to do is I left a little bit hanging over the front. I'm not sure how that's going to look. Actually, that's the... Oh, gotcha. All right. So I did this wrong, but I think it's going to work out. So what I thought I was doing was leaving a little bit on the roof that overhangs the back of the building. I actually left a little bit at the top of the building. So this is going to be up against the wall. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend that up and I'm going to glue that to the wall so it looks like it's against the wall. See what I mean? Make it look like a little bit of flashing. I'm going to try it and see if it works. Why not? So that'll be, so for the next time we meet, this will be glued. I will go ahead and I will get this building put together and put on the back end, and I will get the roofs on, and then maybe we could do some weathering. I mean, you guys have seen me do weathering before, so I'm not sure if you want to sit through that. I do have a kit coming tomorrow that I'm really, really interested in getting into, so maybe we can start that. So I'll go ahead and I'll finish. That's what we'll do. I'll finish this kit off because you've seen all my techniques for doing that. So I'll finish this kit off, and then we'll go from there, and we'll start a new kit. And I'll show you this at the beginning of the show next month, and just so you guys can see how I made out and how I got it done. And that will be my safety building. So for that, we'll just wait on. Let's jump back over here to main cam for a minute. Let me close this out. I can't see my screen. There we go. Here I am. All right. I just wanted to, before I close out the show, I wanted to take a moment, and I don't often get a chance to say thank you to you guys for all of your support. Without all of you guys as subscribers to the channel wouldn't be what it is. I would be here. I would probably be by myself. But without you guys, this channel doesn't really mean much. So thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you guys for always being there with me on all these Sidetrack Sundays and all the other videos and everything else that comes up. You guys are amazing. You keep my spirits up. You keep me motivated. You keep me loving what I do. And thank you so much for that. This community means so much just to have you guys there. And I'm very, very happy to have you guys as subscribers. But most of all, thank you for being my friend. With that, let's go ahead and close out the show. Guys, you're going to catch a playlist over there, and one of my videos is going to be down there, and the button to click and subscribe is down there. Don't forget, thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.